All right, Ty Cohen here, and we have something extra special for you during this presentation. Now, what I want you to do is, all of the normal stuff that you hear on these types of presentations, that is, get rid of the distractions, and even more importantly, what I want you to do is I want you to take a second right now to grab a sheet of paper and grab something to write with, okay, because you are going to be shown just an incredible amount of information, so you want to take notes and not miss out on any of this. I was first introduced to these two gentlemen not too long ago by a mutual friend of ours, and he had shared some of the things that they were doing, and me being a big component of selling physical products. As you guys know, I've been selling physical products online and offline for about the last 15 years or so. I feel like a dinosaur just saying that. When I saw what these guys are doing and the numbers that they're doing, as well as the system that they had in place, I knew that I had to introduce this to you. All right. So we've got two amazing folks with us. The numbers are incredible. They're doing like $300,000 to $500,000 a month. Okay, with physical products. This is the real deal here. All right. So what I want to do is now I want to take a moment to bring them on. Aiden, Daniel, are you guys there?
Hey, great to be here, Ty. This is Aiden.
Absolutely. All right, great. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pass it over to you guys. I'll be in the background here. I might pop in for a question every once in a while, and then I'll come back at the end. And at the end, speaking of the end, we're going to have a super special bonus for you, so you want to stay on. This is only for folks that are going to stay on until the very end. I guarantee you do not want to miss out on this. So with that said, it's now in your hands. Take it away.
All right. Thank you. Well, thanks so much for the introduction there. Before we get underway, I just want to ask people a quick question. And what that question is, what are you doing online right now? Are you completely new? Are you doing Kindle? Just go ahead and type it in the question and answer box. Just let me know what you're doing. We're going to really encourage participation. We want this to be a dynamic event here, guys. And the more you participate, the more fun things we're going to do, like give away some cash. We're going to be, sharing some pretty impressive sites. So we've got people saying they're brand new to internet marketing. Some people search engine optimization. Some people say they're doing Amazon white label plus e-commerce. Some people saying they're doing local marketing. Some people are saying brand new. Some people are doing Kindle. Some people are selling from website. Awesome. All right. Well, firstly, thank you so much for letting me know, because it's good to know, because that will change the way we actually present this. Okay. Now, I want you to prepare yourself, because this is going to be a presentation unlike any that you've ever seen before. And that may sound like a big claim to make, but I'm about to make an even bigger one. So I'm going to challenge myself here to reveal more mind-blowing proof than you have ever seen on any webinar online before. Okay, and we'll see if I can do it. We'll see, the type of proof that I can actually give you. But we're going to show you the exact techniques used to build a $13,000 per day profit business. Okay, we're going to show you the exact system we use to pull in over $5 million profit per year. Okay, $500,000 profit per month. Okay, I'm going to show you all the screenshots. I'm going to show you all the proof. I'm going to show you the exact system. So if you've got a pen and paper ready, then we can dive in just a second. Now, who are we? There's a group of 5 of us that have combined forces to really, flesh out the system that we're talking about here today. And on the left here, this is Steve Clayton. This is my business partner. This is Tim Godfrey. And this is me in the middle. That's me, Aiden Booth. And the 3 of us have got a business, an independent business that we've been running online for about 10 years now. And then on the right here, we've got Daniel, who's on the call with us, and his business partner, Ryan. And we come from a different background, all of us. Okay, so my business with Tim and Steve, we've got a big background in traditional e-commerce, drop shipping, selling physical products. We've been doing that for 8 or 9 years now. And Daniel and Ryan, they've got about 9 years of combined experience, and these guys are Amazon experts at this point. Okay, Daniel has been doing this for about 18 months, but in 18 months he's built up a mammoth business. Okay, and Ryan's been doing it for a wee while. So Daniel, why don't you tell us a little bit before we begin, just about where you're from, your upbringing?
Yeah, sure. So I come from Iceland, and I grew up on a small farm in Iceland, pretty remote. And then, about 18 months ago, I started to sell products on Amazon. A little before that, I kind of heard about or discovered internet marketing just by chance online, because I when I was a college student, but I, never really wanted to be in school or work for anyone else. So I just knew I wanted to be free. So I, wanted to find a way to create that kind of lifestyle. So that's how I came across it, and that's how I got started.
Great. Well, okay. Does everyone here know where Iceland is? Does anyone not know where Iceland is? Just type in the chat box, yes or no. Do you know where it is? Do you not know where it is? Maybe it's a silly question. Yeah, you guys know where it is. Okay. Some people say it's cold up there. Yeah, and Frank says he's actually been there. Now, I want to spice this thing up a little bit here, guys. And as I said, I want to make this, we want to make this as just as dynamic as possible. So I'm going to ask you guys a question. The first person to type it in the chat box is going to win $50, and I'm going to send it to you via PayPal. Okay. So it's a pretty, it's a question that you'll just be able to guess. You might know the answer. If you don't know the answer, just guess or Google the answer. And the first person to type the answer in is going to win $50 cash via PayPal. Okay. So the question here is, what is the population of Iceland? How many people live in Iceland? Just go ahead and type in the and we're getting overwhelmed with lots of different answers coming in here. I'm going to look for the right one. So we're going to, people are typing 5 million, 3 million, people are typing 900,000. I'm just searching for the right one, but I'm getting overwhelmed because so many people have written their answers in here. So we're going to actually, let me just find it. I just need to have a look through and bear with me because we got overwhelmed with lots and lots and lots of different answers right then. So where is the right answer? So Kalidas is the winner. Kalidas was the first one to put it in, and Kalidas said 325,000. So let me pull that up. Kalidas knew the answer right away. So I don't know if you're actually from there or not, but here we can see on Wikipedia 325,000. So it's pretty small, Daniel. You guys all know each other, and people always tell me that.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, if you
so, go ahead.
Yeah, no, I was going to say that, if you've been to the airport, you probably know Siki, the airport.
Yeah. Well, people always tell me that I'm from a small country. I'm from New Zealand, but when I checked out Iceland, I was pretty blown away by that. You can see Iceland is up here, right above the United Kingdom, above England, across from Norway. And I'm from New Zealand, which is on the other extreme. Now, Daniel lives in the Philippines. Now, he shifted out to the Philippines. So that's a little bit of a background about us, and we're going to talk, more about what we do in our business. But right now, I just want you to know that the 5 of us combined have got 38 years of experience. Kalidas, if you could write your PayPal email address in there, then we'll be able to get that for you. Okay, we'll be able to give you that $50. So just type in your PayPal email.
I'll catch that email address.
Okay, and there was multiple right answers, but there's a lot of people on this call, and a lot of people typed in the right answer all at the same time. So if you missed out, really sorry about that, guys. But hopefully it was a bit of fun, and we'll give some more cash away as we progress through this. Okay, so rightio. Let's get into this. $208,655 from one website. This is the first screenshot. This is one of my websites. This one's got a 34% profit margin on it, so $70,942. This is rock solid income, real income from a real website. Here's the second screenshot. $15,233.11 per day from one Amazon account. This is a screenshot that was taken on June the 5th, so about 13 days ago. Okay, $15,233.11. It's got a 56% profit margin. That means $8,530 per day. Okay, that's one Amazon account. Here's another Amazon account, the exact same day. So the other, I'll just show you. This one here is June the 5th. The second Amazon account, also June the 5th. And this one's $18,485.19 per day. Okay, 47% profit margin, $8,688 per day profit. Okay, and we earn money a lot of different ways with e-commerce. This is just I've shown you traditional e-commerce store. These here are results from Amazon, and sometimes we sell our e-commerce stores as well. And this one here was one that we sold for $149,000. Okay, we sold this back in 2011, and we made $149,000 in one lump sum in one day. Okay. So the reason that I'm showing you these type of screenshots is because I want you to be inspired by them. I want you to see that that you can, if I want you to imagine that even if you could do just 1% of what we're doing, just 1%, a fraction of what we're doing, you're still going to be able to make really, really good money. I want you to see how this is absolutely doable for you, and I want you to see how our proof is actually overwhelmingly strong and showing you that the system works. Okay, so it hasn't all been roses. Okay, it's not all good. We've been through our fair share of tough times, and we learn more from the failures than we do from the successes. Okay, now this here shows a screenshot I took. This is my Google AdWords account back in 2009, and as you can see, I had over 12 million ad impressions right there. I was making about $200 a day, and in November 2009, what do you think happened? It went back down to zero, but what do you think could have happened? Remember, this was a Google AdWords account. Just type in the chat box if you can have a guess at what might have happened. So Walid said banned, Jake says close it down, Jared said Google slap, other people are saying banned, Google slap, so on and so forth, slap. Yeah, so basically what happened was Google shut down my AdWords account one day to the next, and the big thing that happened was I lost a $200 per month, $200 per day income just like that. Okay, now that was November 2009. Fast forward to January 2012, we've got another example on the screen here, and this one here, earnings dropped from $10,000 per month to $1,000 per month literally overnight. This is a website that used to get all its traffic from SEO, search engine optimization, okay? And what do you think happened to this? This is in January 2012. Remember, it's related to Google. Just type in the chat box what you think may have happened. And a few people are saying slap, some people are saying panda, some people are saying penguin, Google's a slapper, yeah, and so on and so forth. Okay, so yeah, this is a bust number 2, and it all came down to Google slapping us, okay? Search engine optimization, this one was actually panda, okay? Have you ever lost rankings in Google or lost rankings in anything like this? Have you ever experienced these kind of ups and downs? And yeah, and so people are saying, yeah, they have. It's no fun. Well, we've been through this as well, and this is a more recent one. So this is from April 2013 and running through to January 2014. And the story about this one, I'll actually get Daniel to tell you, but first of all, a bit of a background. When Daniel sent me this through, I was asking him for something that was a bit of a failure perhaps, and he sent me this one. I said, hey, but Daniel, you're still earning $6,000 a month from it. And he said, yeah, well, it's true, but it used to be $78,000. So it's a little bit of a different type of failure. But Daniel, why don't you just explain, why this happened and what happened, because people that are, this is a little bit different to the others.
Yeah, sure. So, basically this is one of my first accounts, and it really took off quickly. So it got to almost 79,000 in April, so in like 4 or 5 months. But at the same time, I had another account in another brand, and that was doing even better. So I just I really focused on that one and those products, and didn't really do much for this account after basically April. And then so in a way I neglected the account then, and thus my income started to slip, and they started to worse and worse, and so it's a case of a neglected account basically.
Yeah. So basically, the others were a case of an external influence like Google slapping us down. This is a case of just neglect, and it's another way that income can slide away online, and that's why we wanted to show you. Now, these 3 bust-ups have been different to one another. Okay, they're all different, but what did we lose in each one? There's one common denominator from each thing. Okay, what did we lose in each one of those? Yeah, we lost money. That's true, but it's not the one I'm looking for. We lost some time. That's true, but that's not what I'm looking for. We lost customers. That's true. We lost momentum. But there's one thing that kind of drives all these things. It goes a little bit deeper. Traffic. Yeah, that's right. We lost traffic. Okay, so we used to make a lot of money in all 3 of those systems. We had an overload of buyers coming into our websites, into our web pages. But then when something happened, the traffic dried up and no longer making money. Okay, so it's when the traffic dried up. So we went from having an overload of buyers to being like an abandoned ghost town. Okay, and traffic's the king online. It always has been, always will be. It doesn't matter what you're doing, affiliate marketing, Kindle, and in fact, not just online, but offline as well. If you've got a shoe shop selling shoes, one comes into your shop, you don't make any sales. It's exactly the same. It's the same online as well. So traffic's king, and traffic needs to be at the core of your plan. Okay, you're about to see 3 different types of traffic that we utilize and how they fit into our overall plan. Okay, and I'm also going to share with you, we're also going to share with you the 6 secrets to Amazon optimization. So is anyone here actually doing anything on Amazon? Just type Amazon into the chat box if you're already doing something in Amazon, because if there's enough, if there are people typing, if there are people doing Amazon, then I'm going to spend a little bit more time making sure that you guys get looked after. We've got people doing Amazon, FBA, Kindle. Some people are, some people aren't. Okay, good little cross-section. We'll spend some time on that. So I'm going to share 6 secrets to Amazon optimization. We're going to share an insane conversion rate, completely insane conversion rate, and you're going to find out why that's good news for you. And I'm going to reveal 8 simple e-commerce products that are proven money makers. So you guys ready? Are you guys fired up? Are you guys ready to go? Are you excited? Type yes in the chat box if you're ready to get underway. I want to make sure you're excited. That's why, I start to type really fast when I start to speak really fast when I get excited as well. So hopefully you guys can understand me, but if not, then just bear with me, because it just means I'm excited. I'm very passionate about this. Now, we call it the ultimate 3-pronged approach, and what we're doing is we're building out streams of income, okay? A new stream of income every single month. And this is about how we've earned over $5 million profit online in the last 12 months. It's a simple 3-step system. If you've got a pen and paper, I want you to scribble this down right now, because this is very, very important. Part 1 is market research. Note this down. Part 1 is market research. Part 2 is optimizing your channel. And Part 3 is traffic. 3 very, very simple steps. Now, when you go through the simple steps, each step has got a few different components which are optional. Right now, I only want you to think about Amazon, though, because we're keeping this as simple as possible. Just think about Amazon and just think about organic traffic. When you start leveraging these 3 things, you're at $5,000 profit per month. I'm going to show you exactly why that's very, very achievable in just a second, okay? So market research, in fact, I'm going to get Daniel to talk a little bit about this, because Daniel is an absolute expert. Daniel does market research a little bit differently, and he's going to give away a few of the insights here first, and then we'll talk more about how we do it a little bit differently later. But Daniel, do you want to just explain what we look for? And remember, guys, we're looking for a physical product here. So what type of things do you look for, Daniel?
Yeah, so I like to keep things really, really simple. That just works best in my opinion. So when it comes to the product, what I like to see is I want to find a simple product that is not complicated, because complicated products tend to break. There's a high risk that a complicated product will break. So if it's simple, that's good, and then something that's preferably rather small and lightweight. That's really helpful, because then shipping and handling will be cheaper, and it will also be easier. So pretty much that's all I look for, like as essentials when it comes to the product. And then when it comes to the actual research, I just use Amazon. So I just look at, just like with Kindle books and stuff, I'm sure the folks that do that know exactly what I'm talking about. So I just look at the number of reviews, and that's a really good indication of the level of competition. And then something called the bestsellers rank, and that's basically where a product ranks compared to other products on Amazon in terms of sales, how well it's selling. That gives me an idea of the volume in the market. And then the third thing I would look at is the price, and that will give me an idea of where I could price my product and how much money I could potentially make. And if all these criteria are met, then we're pretty much good to go to move forward.
Yeah, and another thing that we do as well is we look for several related products. So I'm going to give you an example of this in just a second, but we want to have related products, and we also want to make sure the product is safe to use as well. Okay. Now, here's 8 products, and you might want to write these down. I'm going to show you how I actually found these a little bit later on, but these are 8 products that you could absolutely make money with. Okay, so if you want to write these down, the first one is an acrylic vase, and that's the market for that would be acrylic decorations, okay, or household decorations, okay. The second market is injury recovery, and the product is like a knee strap, one of those straps you put on the knee. It's like a knee compression strap if people have got a knee injury, okay. The third market there is car accessories, and we've got floor mats. Very, very simple. And the fourth one might be camping gear, and in this case a hammock. See how simple these products are? and I'm going to show you 4 more. So let's take a look at 4 more. So the next one is a napkin holder. Very, very simple napkin holder, okay? The next one is a money belt. This is a money belt. It's like a normal belt, except it's got an internal compartment for storing cash. It's great for when you're traveling, okay, because you can hide your money. Barbecuing and grilling, like a barbecue apron. Very simple product. Classic example of the kind of thing we're selling. And fishing pliers, another classic example of the type of thing that we're selling online. So what you're looking for here are simple household items a lot of the time. Does this make sense to people? Do you see why these products are not, they're not too sexy, not too exciting, but they're simple household products? Can you imagine yourself, thinking of a list of these? Like if I look around the room, I'm sitting in my lounge right now. I'm actually in New York at the moment, and I'm sitting in my lounge, and I look around and I see, coasters on the coffee table. I see a lampshade. I see picture frames. I see a case for my sunglasses. These are all classic examples of the type of products that you can sell here and make good money with, okay? Remember, I want you to remember one thing. You're looking for one simple product. Do not overcomplicate this. You're looking for one simple product, and we'll show you the unique in-house system that we use to find products a little bit later on, okay? Now, once you've found your product, and it might be like a napkin holder or something, the next thing that you want to do is set up your channels. Now, there's several different channels that we use. These are the real secrets to why we've been able to earn so much in this business. But we just get started with Amazon. So we don't even have our own website to start with. We do expand to do that later. It's optional. But just to get started, you don't even need your own website, okay? Now, Amazon is the first phase. That's the only thing that you're going to be worried about. That's your only objective when you're first starting, okay? Now, what I want you to remember again, guys, is that we've got 3 very different sales channels here. And I don't know if you can hear that siren outside, but it sounds like someone's coming for me. Anyway, it's finished now. We've got 3 very different sales channels. We've got sales on Amazon, sales on a website, and sales via wholesale, okay? So Amazon has got 60% of our sales. Amazon takes about 60% of our sales, and the other 40% come through a website and wholesale, okay? So we've got 3 different sales, 3 different ways that we actually make money with this. And setting up your channel is easy. Now, there's quite a few people that said they're already doing Kindle. Some people said they were already doing, products on Amazon. And it's easy to set up a product on Amazon. It's something you can do. The actual job of setting it up is very, very quickly. And to get the product, it's not difficult either. You only need one supplier of the product. We're going to show you exactly where you can find that supplier in just a second. You need one sample of the product. In fact, that's optional. You need one photo of the product. The photo can be a very, very basic photo, okay? Just one photo is fine. You need a brief description of the product. And if you're selling something like a napkin holder, then, the description might be, this is a stainless steel napkin holder. It can hold 100 napkins. It's 3 inches by 3 inches. And you need to have an Amazon account. Does that sound doable for everyone? It's really, really simple, this 5-step process. And once you've got this, you're ready to go. Okay, so the third step, is everyone following me so far? Am I going about the right speed? Just type yes in the chat box if you're following along. I want to make sure I'm not going too fast. I am going to go back and give you we are going to give you another example, guys. I just want to make sure that you're actually following along because I don't want to leave anyone behind, okay? Okay, good. Now, the third step, so just to recap, step 1 is the market research. Step 2 is the channels. And step 3 is the traffic. It's a 3-step system. And all we need to do is get a page up on Amazon and get 20 people visiting that page each day. When we get 20 people visiting that page each day, I can guarantee you're going to get 1 or 2 sales every single day. It's extremely easy. Has anyone here ever built up a website that's got 20 visitors per day? Have you got 20 visitors per day in the past, or does 20 visitors sound achievable? I mean, it's just a handful of people, or the billions of people that are online. Yeah, it's 20 visitors per day. It's not a big thing to reach. Okay, it's very, very easy. We're going to show you how easy it is. But right now, I want to talk about conversion rate, because the conversion rate is basically how many sales you make. For the number of people that come to your website. So this is one of Daniel's screenshots. It looks a little bit complicated, but it's really not. So Daniel, do you want to just explain what this is a little bit more and just what it all means?
Yeah. Yeah, so the first thing there, the first column to the left with the arrow there is called sessions, and that is the number of time page has been loaded, basically. So how many times someone has seen your product page on Amazon, and then to the right there, you got a column called units ordered by the second arrow, and that's how many units have been bought, so the number of purchases, and then if you divide that by the sessions, you get the one the column to the right there called unit session percentage, and that's going to be the conversion rate.
Okay, so this conversion rate, I'm seeing that each one of these lines is for a different product, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm seeing that some products have, a 20. Am I reading that right? A 26% conversion rate. So you've had 12,959 visitors and 3,485 orders. Is that a 26%?
Yeah, it's 26.88%, I think, or 86.
To put that in perspective, guys, that is one sale every 4 visitors. And it's not just happening on a handful. I mean, this is over 3,000 products that's been sold. One sale on every 4 visitors. Do you see the potential in that? Like, you send 4 visitors to a page and you make $20. Send another 4 visitors to a page, you make another $20. Does this look powerful to you guys? Just type in the chat box if this is impressive. Now, what I want to mention is that to make this, a better overall number, what I did was I added up the number of sessions here and the total number of orders, units ordered, and I divided the units by the sessions, and that gave me a 10.6% conversion rate overall. So 10.6% overall, that means we get 10 visitors and we get 1 sale. So every 10 visitors we get a sale. So every 10 visitors that come to your Amazon page, you might make 20 or 30 bucks. So that's why we can make so much money with this, because our conversion rates are, way above the average, way above the industry standard, okay? And then we want to scale. So, getting traffic, there's 3 different ways that we do it. The first is organic optimization. I'm going to talk about that in a second. That's just getting traffic that already exists inside Amazon. We also do something targeting free pockets of traffic, okay? This is a great way to drive traffic. This is one of the secrets to why, we're able to earn so much more from our websites. And, paid ads, it's another one. You don't have to worry about that for now. All you need to worry about is organic optimization. That's very, very easy. I'm going to show you how to do that and tapping into these free pockets of traffic. So let's talk about organic optimization. And when I say organic optimization, what I'm saying is optimizing your Amazon listing. Now, anyone here who is doing Kindle, anyone here who is doing Amazon physical products, this page explains the 6 keys to optimizing with Amazon. So if you've got a pen and paper, you might want to write this stuff down. There are 6 things that you need to do. So the first is you need to choose your category for your product. Now, what you might not know is that most people get this wrong. Most people choose the wrong category for one reason or another, and it's not the most optimal category for your product. So if you've got a product on Amazon already and it's not making money, chances are that you've just got the wrong category. Or potentially you've got the wrong title. You need to write your title in the right sort of format. Okay. Now the great thing about the category, the title, and the description is that you control them 100%. You get to choose what they are. Okay. The description, you've got a certain number of words that you can use, and it needs to be written in a certain kind of way to get people converting. Okay. And the same with keywords. You get to choose keywords to use for your description. So these 4 things you can control 100%. Reviews, okay, you can't control it 100%, but you've got a pretty good way. There's pretty good ways to actually influence the reviews that you've got as well to make it, work in your favor. And get these 5 things right, and the conversion rate will take care of itself. Now, the way Amazon ranks products is based on these 6 things. So they look at your category, they look at your title, your description, your keywords. They look at how many reviews you've got, and they look at your conversion rate. And they use those 6 things to decide where you're ranking in Amazon. Is this making sense to everyone? Just type yes in the chat box. Funny thing about doing these webinars is that it sometimes feels like you're talking into a monitor. It feels like I'm just talking to myself here, and that's one of the reasons why I keep asking you guys for feedback. So it's good to know that this is making sense. Okay, so let's continue. Now, by the way, guys, when you do this, when you tick off these 6 things, so just take care of these 6 things, you're going to have more than 10 visitors every single day, way more than that, okay? But, you know, just say 10 visitors per day using this traffic source. Now, this is another concept, and this is one of the most important things that I want you to take out of this training today. Earlier on, I showed you some screenshots of bust-ups, so websites that have lost a lot of traffic, okay? And this is how we get around that, because we no longer have to rely on Google. We control the traffic 200%. This concept is called pockets of traffic. And what we're doing is we're identifying targeted traffic that exists around the net, and we're driving it to our Amazon listings, okay? And it's all 100% free, okay? So if we're selling, for example, a knee compression sleeve or something, or some kind of fitness device, then we might find a Facebook page which is about health and fitness, and we might use that to drive traffic to our Amazon page. Now, don't worry exactly about how we do it. Just know that there's lots of different traffic around the web. It's not all Google. You know, there's lots of different places you can get traffic, and you can drive it anywhere you want. Another example might be, you know, driving 7 people per day from a YouTube video, 3 people per day from a Tumblr page, you know, 10 people per day from a forum, and so on. This traffic adds up. Okay? This traffic really starts to add up now. Okay. Now, I mean, you don't need to write these down, but these are just examples of different places where you can tap into pockets of traffic. So Facebook, Kindle, Twitter, Craigslist, Yahoo Answers, Quora, Squidoo, Instructables, and so on, YouTube, Tumblr, press releases. Does this idea of pockets of traffic, does this make sense? Just type yes in the chat box. I want to make sure you understand how pockets of traffic work. And the key thing here is that, you know, to get these pockets of traffic, you don't have to do something every single day. You do something one time. For example, you get one link inside the description of one YouTube video, and it's there for life. So you start getting traffic every single day from that. Okay, you get one link in one Facebook page, and you start getting traffic every single day, kind of on and on and on and on. This is what we call pockets of traffic, and it's one of the secrets to, you know, how we've been able to earn so much money online, and how Daniel's been able to do so well with his business. Okay, now strategic paid promotions, that's another thing. My advice to you is do not worry about this initially. Just focus on organic traffic and pockets of traffic, okay? Organic traffic and pockets of traffic, and that's all you need to worry about. So I want you to remember the way that we do this is very different to anything else that you may have seen in the past, okay? We leverage 3 different traffic channels. Organic Amazon traffic, we got that. Pockets of traffic, we got that, and we know how to do all the advanced stuff as well, but you don't have to worry about that initially, okay? So we've got 3 pockets of traffic. So my question to you now is, do you think you could get 20 visitors per day based on the information I've given you? So, you know, 2 visitors per day from Facebook maybe, 3 or 4 from YouTube, 10 or 12 from Amazon. Just type yes in the chat box if you think you could do it. Absolutely, right? You could absolutely do that. It's easy. It's easy. Okay, good. Right, I'm glad that everyone is following so far. So do you guys want to see a real example of this system now? Do you want to see, you know, do you want me to show you a smoking hot niche that's making a massive amount of money? I didn't want to reveal this, but Daniel twisted my arm here. And if we get half the people that are on this call to actually type in yes into the chat box, we're going to go and do it. Otherwise, I'm going to skip on and continue, because I've got some more exciting stuff to share. And also at the end of this call, if you want to, I'm actually going to show you one of my websites which has earned hundreds of thousands of dollars, okay, just because I want you to see this real stuff happening. So we've had about 30% have actually typed in the chat box. If we can get another 20% of the people that are here to actually type it in, we're going to do it. Otherwise, we're just going to push on. You know, this is democracy. We're going to take the majority vote. Awesome. Okay. Some people are typing in yes multiple times. All right, we're going to do it. So this is a smoking hot niche, guys. And before I give you the niche, I want to emphasize the simple 3-step system: market research, channels, traffic. When you do that, when you go through this system, it's a $5,000 per month profit. That's what we're aiming for. That's the benchmark, okay? So here's the product, Hammock, okay? It's a hammock. Do you guys want me to actually go over to Amazon, or do you want me to stay on the slides? If you want me to go over to Amazon and type this in and just do it live, let me know. Otherwise, I do have the information on the slides. It's up to you guys. If you want Amazon, type Amazon in. Live, okay, live. Okay, let me see if I can pull up my screen here. So we're going to go over to Amazon, and I'm just going to type in hammock. And let's just have a look. So as we can see, there's lots of different types of hammocks here. This one here is $129. This one is $17. This one here is $39. This one here is $15. Lots of different types of hammocks. This one here is $69. This is a little hammock, $54, and so on. So that's what the product is. Okay, that's the product that I identified. Okay, now let's take a closer look at this product. And this is a really important part of the market research. So market research is easy. You only need to do this one time, okay? And it's very, very simple. There's only a couple of things that you need to watch out for. Now, who can tell me on this little list here the things that we should be watching out for? Yep, exactly. Weight is a good one. So 12 ounces. That's about 300 grams. Anything else? Yep, so dimensions, exactly. So this is 4 inches by 4 inches, so it's quite small, okay? What about this one? Material, yep, exactly, material. Okay, so, we found out quite a bit about this, and I got all this information from Amazon. So I'm using Amazon to do the market research, okay? Does this make sense to everyone? I want to make sure I'm not going too fast. Just type yes in the chat box if you're following along. Yep, great. You guys are a fantastic audience. We're gonna have to think of a way to play some more games and give away some more money in just a second because you guys are good fun. So the next thing we want to do is go over to Alibaba, and I'm going to open that up here as well so you can actually see that. This is Alibaba.com, and when you're looking for a product, all you have to do is type in the keyword here, okay, so hammock. So you type in hammock, and what we can see here is we've got this gold supplier, and we've got this on-site check. They're the two things that we want to select, okay? And we've got a massive list of different suppliers here. It's extremely easy. It's never been this easy. It's so easy to find a supplier here, okay? So guys, Daniel, I'm going to ask Daniel to chime in here because Daniel's the real expert on finding a supplier. Daniel has traveled to China. You've been to China a few times, haven't you, Daniel?
Yeah, 3 times by now.
3 times, and you were there recently for 2 weeks just going around factories, having a look and just finding out how to deal with these people, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
I'm talking to my team there.
Yeah, so Daniel's grown a team in China as well, and we can talk about that later. But on this page now, Daniel, can you just kind of explain the most important parts? And Daniel set this slide up. He highlighted the key things that he likes to look for. So Daniel, take it away.
Yeah, sure. Okay, so first off, I just want to say that Alibaba is an amazing site. And you can pretty much find anything you want to source through the site. It's absolutely huge. And yeah, so the first thing there is the gold supplier badge, and the first thing there to the left that's highlighted, circled, and it basically just means that this manufacturer or supplier has history with Alibaba, and they've been selling through the site for a little while, and they've got good reviews and stuff like that, so they get the seal from Alibaba. And then to the right of that, we have something called on-site check. So that just means that a representative of Alibaba has been to the factory or the facility and checked it. And a lot of these, most of these manufacturers are going to be in China. So this is actually really important, to make sure that everything is okay. They have good working conditions and stuff like that. And then the 2 little circles there to the right, that's a gold supplier badge again, and you can see the amount of years that the manufacturer has been selling through Alibaba right there, and like the first one has been selling for 7 years, and it has that gold supplier badge, so that it has a lot of history with Alibaba, and you can really trust that supplier, like ordering from them. You should be able to feel safe and trust in that company, and then to the left, range that you can buy this product, this particular product from this particular supplier and it depends on the MOQ, the amount of units that you're ordering, exactly what price you'll get. But and below that you see the minimum order quantity that they ask for. But we know how to talk to these guys, and there's ways to communicate to them to lower this number. It's usually way higher than what actually than what you can actually get your first inventory order for. Like you might be able to get to for only about 50, 100 pieces on your first order. So yeah, it's the basic overview of the page.
Well, that's great. What I wanted to just say now is if we come back over to Amazon, thanks for that description, Daniel. We can see that there's quite a range of prices here. They kind of range from $20 up to $130 at the high end. So just to get a ballpark figure, I'm going to kind of take a mid-range pricing approach at this point in time. So we're going to say, let's sell this thing for $40. Let's do a basic example. Do you guys want to see how we work out, in a matter of minutes, how profitable this is going to be? We've got a simple formula that we use. If you guys type yes in the chat box, we'll just go through it. And you can, if you've got a pen and paper, you might want to actually copy it down as well because it's pretty simple. So what we do here is we basically say, what are we going to sell it for? Okay, let's sell it for $40, and then based on that, we can work out what our profit's going to be. So we say, okay, first of all, how much is this thing going to cost us to buy? Because we need to buy this first of all. And if I come over here, we can see that, actually I'll go back to the slides, I've got it on here. We can see on this one here that, somewhere between $2.50 to $10. It's a ballpark figure, right? It's not an exact figure, but somewhere between $2.50 at the low end to $10 at the high end. So what I like to do is kind of assume that that's going to be around about $7.50 in total, somewhere towards the high end a little bit, just to be on the safe side. Now the shipping cost, it's quite a light, simple, small product, so it's going to be able to be probably flown from China to the Amazon warehouse. That's going to cost around about $2.50 for each item. Okay, so the total cost getting each item to Amazon, FBA just means Amazon warehouse, is $10. Okay, $10 to get it to Amazon. Now we are selling this for $40 on Amazon. Amazon takes a 20% cut. I mean, it does depend by category, but Amazon takes a 20% cut, which is $8. Okay. Now, the profit per sale is therefore calculated at $40. That's the sale price minus the total cost it costs to get it to Amazon. So that's the unit cost plus shipping cost. That's $10 minus $8, which is Amazon's cut. So a $22 profit margin. Does that make sense to everyone? How we do that? And again, guys, this is just a really quick fire formula. It doesn't take everything into consideration, but it does pretty much, it does definitely cover all the different fees that we're going to have because we've overcompensated with these costs up here. So it makes sense, right? It's a pretty simple formula that we use. Now, let's talk about that product again. Does it actually meet the criteria? Well, is it lightweight? Yes, it weighs 12 ounces, 300 grams. It doesn't weigh much. Is it simple? Yes, it's not super specialized. It's a simple little product, okay? Is it unbreakable? Yes, it's unbreakable. It can't really smash. It can't fail technically. Okay. 4 to 5 related similar products. Yes, we saw on Amazon that there's lots of different hammocks. Okay. Low cost. Yes, $7.50 per unit. Is it profitable? Yeah, it's got a $22 profitability. It's good. We are good to move forward. Does this make sense to everyone? Just type yes in the chat box. I want to make sure that you're all following me. I don't want to leave anyone behind here. So all right, thanks a lot for the feedback. Seems everyone's following. You guys having a good time? You guys excited? Hope so, because we really want you to get excited about all this. So let's talk about Amazon a little bit more. So we've got our product now. We've identified a product. All we need to do at this point, getting a sample, well, that's optional. We can do that if we want to. We need to get a photo. We could ask the manufacturer for a photo, or we could take a photo ourselves. And we need to write a simple little description. So this is an example of a description that is on Amazon for this particular product. Do these 3 things and you're ready to go. It's simple. It is that simple. Okay. Now, do you want to see an example of a good e-commerce website? So far, we've been speaking only about Amazon. Okay. We've been speaking only about Amazon, but one of the other things that we do, and I've been doing this for about 9 years now, is actually, and this is optional. At first, you're just going to get started with Amazon. You'll be able to make a lot of money just with Amazon. But one of the things we do is we expand into actual, e-commerce websites as well. So if we get 50% of the people again to type in yes, we're going to go away from the slides, and I'm going to show you an example of a good e-commerce website. Okay, so just go ahead if you want, and this is a website that's making a lot of money. Okay, so if we get Oh, you guys are awesome. The chat box is going crazy. Fantastic. Okay, let's do it. Alrighty, so I'm going to go over here again, and I don't know if I've got it up or not. I don't. I'm just going to open it up. Hammockcompany.com. hammockcompany.com. You might want to write down that domain name so you can check it out a little bit more later. Okay. Now, this looks like a pretty professional website, right? I'm pretty impressed by this website. What you might not know is that this kind of website can be installed at the push of a button. This is a template. Okay. It takes about 5 minutes to install this website. You don't need any special knowledge to install this website. It's dead simple. Okay. Now, just browsing around here, we can see that there's lots of different types of hammocks. There's one here for the beach, $69. There's another one here, $179. Another one, $78. All different types of hammocks, right? And if we look in the menus, there's rope hammocks, quilted hammocks, fabric hammocks, camping hammocks, and so on. And, something else that might surprise you is there's also stands. So, I never thought of a hammock stand, but that's a potential product that we could sell as well. Why not? I mean, it's simple. It's not going to break. It's probably pretty lightweight. So this is an example of a good e-commerce website. And, setting one of these things up, there's only 4 things you need. It's so simple, guys. It blows people's minds when we tell them the 4 things you need. You just need to buy a domain name that costs you $10. So in this case, hammockcompany.com, $10. You load up your website template. You can do that at the push of a button. Okay. You add your products. Again, this is all just at the push of a button. You add your products and you connect it up to PayPal. You can make all your money. Everyone can pay you through PayPal. Okay, this is how we make a massive amount. In my business, we make about 80% of our money comes through that PayPal channel, and that's great because it's like cash in hand at that point in time. Does this make sense to everyone? So it's pretty simple. Can you imagine yourself being able to do something like this? I want to make sure everyone is sort of following me. Can you just type yes if you can actually imagine yourself being able to do something like this? Yeah. Does anyone think they couldn't do it? If you think you couldn't do it, type it in, because you can definitely do it. I mean, there's no reason why you couldn't do it. Even if you're a newbie, it's just a case of pushing a few buttons. Okay. Now, do you guys want to see a website that's earned several $100,000? It's one of my websites, a website I own. Alrighty, people are pretty excited about that one. Okay, I will show you that website. Give me another 10, 15 minutes and I'll show it to you, just when I get through a few more things. But right now I just want you to know that this simple formula makes your results inevitable. Okay, now your results become inevitable because you're controlling everything. You're controlling the traffic. We've shown you. You only need to get 20 visitors per day, and we've shown you how you're going to do it. It's a no-brainer at this point. Okay, it's no longer a game of chance. You control everything, and the earning potential is huge. You guys want to see some big screenshots now? And again, guys, these screenshots that we're showing you are purely for inspirational purposes. Okay, we're not here to brag. We're not here to boast. We want to teach you how to do this stuff, and we think one of the best ways is actually by showing you more screenshots and showing you how it's possible. So the earning potential is huge. And are you guys ready for a game? Because I want to play a game, and I'm going to mix this thing up. And why don't we raise the stakes a little bit, Daniel? I'm thinking that we can give away, what do you think, $100?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I think that would be good.
Okay,
let's make it exciting. Let's do $150. Let's make it really exciting.
Okay, this is the problem with Daniel on these type of things. He always raises the stakes. I say $100, and he says, "Oh, let's do 150. Let's do 200, kind of thing." 150 it is. Okay, so in a second, I'm going to show you. We're going to show you 6 of these little screens. Okay, 6 of these little screens, and what I want you to do, and we're going to give $150 away to the first person that can add this up. Okay, I want you to add up. These screens show you the amount of revenue that Daniel's pulled into his account in the last month, or the last 15 days, last 30 days, last 7 days. So what I want to ask you now to do is add up how much money Daniel has put into his account, has pulled into his account in the last 7 days. And we're going to take it just to the nearest 10,000, okay? So get your calculator ready, or you probably don't have time to use a calculator, but just get ready to add up these 6 screenshots. The first person to type in the answer to the nearest 10,000 is gonna take away $150, and we're doing it for the 7 days. I want you to work out the revenue that Daniel's pulled in the last week. Okay, 3, 2, 1, go. And I'm adding this up myself. I'm still adding it up myself. I'm still adding it up myself. I'm pretty slow. I'm sure other people are faster than me, but as soon as I've added it up, I'm going to go over and see who got the right answer. So we've got loads of answers pouring in now. I'm going to have to work through these to actually try to find them. Oh man, there's a lot of people on this call, and it seems that everyone is pouring in with the answer now. I was slower than most of you guys, but I'm scrolling back up to the top to see who got the right answer. Okay, and the right answer, so the last 7 days, that comes to the person who got it right was James Scott. So I think I added this up right, $358,000 in the last 7 days. $358,000 in the last 7 days. And James Scott, you got that right. So James, if you could please type in your email into your PayPal account email in the chat box. We're going to give you that. You were the first one to actually get that right. There was a lot of people that actually did get it right, so a few people using calculators, but James Scott, you were the first one. So Daniel, if you could, are you all right to find that and write it down for me, Daniel?
Yeah, I'll find him.
Okay. So Daniel, I just want to take a step back here because this is overwhelming income, and in fact, the 30-day income is over $1,329,000. So in 30 days, last 30 days, these are the last 30 days, guys. $1,329,000 have come into Daniel's account. And I just want to take a step back. And Daniel, why don't you tell us a little bit about your background? Because I know that, rolling back the clock just 18 months, you were not doing anything like this.
Yeah. So 18 months ago, that's kind of when I, got started selling physical products. But I noticed there was a lot of Kindle people on this webinar. So I just want to mention that because I was in Iceland, this is a student in college, and like 4 or 5 months before I started selling physical products on Amazon, I was I started selling Kindle books because I couldn't get a bank account to sell physical products. So, but since Amazon Kindle was sent you a check, I sold Kindle books, and I actually published over 100 books on Kindle, like small guides and stuff. And that's how I learned the store. Like that's how I learned how to sell on Amazon. And I was doing that while I was actually working like at a bowling alley part-time in school. I had to take student loans and stuff because my parents are not rich and stuff. They're farmers and stuff like that. So I had to really work for things, and I set up this Kindle business, and it taught me a lot. So when I was finally able to get a bank account to sell physical products, it just absolutely blew me away because the potential with physical products is so much bigger than with Kindle, in my opinion. That it just took up really fast. And
so were you 18 months ago? What were you doing? I mean, were you working? Were you studying?
Yeah, I was a student in college, and I was working in a bowling alley part time, and then publishing these Kindle books. So I was starting to make some money with that, and yeah.
So you were working in 18 months ago you were working in a bowling alley, and in the last 30 days Daniel's done over $1.3 million. So if you're looking for an inspirational story, guys, this is probably the most inspirational story that I've seen online. And at the start of the call I said that we wanted to show you more proof, more screenshots than anyone's ever shown you on a webinar, and I think hopefully we are achieving that, and hopefully you're having fun as well. One thing I'll mention is that the reason that Daniel does have multiple accounts, but when you get to this kind of income level with Amazon, you want to have multiple accounts to protect yourself. You don't need it initially, but it definitely helps diversify your income and stuff originally as well. So that's a big income, and this is the last year, and again this is only from one of Daniel's accounts. Last year you can see 3.5 million. That's from the 14th of June 2013 to the 14th of June 2014, and the way that we sell on Amazon is different. So there are other programs and other systems that teach you how to sell stuff on Amazon. So you could be selling Kindle books, can't sell physical products, but what we do on Amazon is different. So we use a different way. We do our market research a different way. We use a custom selling system. So the way we make our sales is different, and that's why Daniel was able to get a 26% conversion rate on some of his products, okay, and why other people can't. And we use a different traffic system. This system is 100% based on the unique things that we do to run our business, and it's those uncommon things, those secrets that have allowed Daniel to really grow to the level that he's at right now. Okay, and you can also succeed online using this method. This system is like a well-oiled machine. Okay, you can see fast results. It works incredibly well regardless of your experience. And if you're already doing some form of Amazon selling or e-commerce, then this system will reinvigorate your results. Now, I noticed there were a few people here that said they are already trying to sell some products on Amazon, and that's great. If you haven't made a breakthrough, there's a good reason for that, and we know how you can enter. Okay, so what the best part of the system is, guys? Just type in the chat box if you think you know what the best part of the system might be. And it's more than just the money. Okay, the best part of the system is that you can scale it. Okay, now if you've got one product that makes $5,000 a month, if you create 6 products, you're at $30,000 a month. So Daniel, how many products do you actually have up on Amazon right now?
Right now I have about 50. I think the exact number is like 56 to 57. Okay. Either one, 56 or 57. Yeah.
So you've done that in a period of about 18 months, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah. Now, Daniel has done 56, 57 products in 18 months. Do you think you could do 6 products in the next 18 months? I think you could probably do 6 products in the next 6 months if you wanted to. But using our system, which is much more than just Amazon, I mean, you can get to the point with 6 products where you're making $30,000 profit per month, which is massive money. That's 360 grand per year. Do you see how the scaling potential can work here? Yeah, the scaling is a massive, massive potential, and this is another one of Daniel's accounts. This is another one of his accounts, the same date range as before. So if I just jump to the other one, this is 3.5 million. This one here is 2.8 million. Okay, the same date range, 14th of June 2014. $2,883,000 in 1 year from this one account. Okay, now these numbers are massive. Okay, just think about doing 1% or 2% of this. If you could do just 1 or 2%, you would be at a 6-figure income right there. Okay, so that's what I really want you to think about it. Okay, now what this means for us is freedom, lifestyle, flexibility, and time. Okay. It means unlimited family time. Do whatever you want with your family. If you've got kids, it means spending more time with them. Unlimited vacation time and the finances to pay for it. One of the things that I'm passionate about is traveling, and I know Daniel has as well. He's been, he can tell his story in just a second, but traveling, finances to pay for it, secure retirement. We've got people in our mastermind group, a couple of people actually, who are in their 70s, and they've been able to use our system to get them to the point where they're earning already several $1,000s a month. So, okay, they're not earning millions a month like Daniel is, but they are earning several $1,000s profit per month. Okay, and you can work from home without an alarm. Okay, you get financial freedom and you get time freedom to do whatever you want. Okay, now Daniel, why don't you tell us about the places? I know you've been traveling a lot, and it's something that you like to do. But what was internet marketing like? Why did you get started in this whole internet marketing thing? What was it? What was the reason for you?
Yeah. That was, at the core of it, just a desire for freedom, because, as I was, in school and had a part-time job and stuff, I realized that, at the end of the day, what I really wanted was to be free and, be able to live the way I wanted to and not have to go to work and stuff like that for someone else. So that's what, that led me to try to find something, a way to make that happen, and that, that's how I found internet marketing, and that's why I got started. And I actually dropped out of college like a month before I was supposed to graduate, just because I realized, I did not want to do that. Like, I didn't want to be in school, didn't want to really graduate, I didn't care, because I wanted to create something for myself. So I dropped out and started working on that, because you got to do something to make it happen.
Yeah, and you've got some interesting photos here. So this one is like a stunt plane. I think you said that's over Nevada. Is it?
Yeah, it was in Nevada. It's like a stunt plane. It's really cool, actually, because I I got to steer the plane. So the guy behind me is like a professional stunt, man. But I was able to steer, so I was, flying in circles and stuff. It was pretty crazy.
And then this one here's China. What about this one? Is this in China as well, this rafting? Or?
It's actually in the Dominican Republic, this one.
Daniel travels a lot, and so that one's in the Caribbean. This is Daniel's partner, Ryan, and he's in this for financial freedom, flexibility as well. So you can see Ryan snowboarding there, rock climbing. This is a picture of my wife and I. That's actually in the Caribbean. This is a picture of me diving. I'm not sure if it's in Fiji or Thailand, but one of those places. And then this plane here, this is my business partner, Steve. This is his private plane. He's got a plane. He's passionate about flying. So, whatever motivates you, whatever you want to do, and it doesn't have to be, something, elaborate like that. It could just be a secure retirement. It could just be a little bit of extra pocket money for each week. It could be, to start a college fund for your children. But you need to kind of identify what that is, and that's going to be achievable with this, okay? This is a reality, and you can live the life you want when you're following this system. There's no barriers to entry. There's no language barriers. Daniel's a great example of this. Daniel is from Iceland, and he speaks English as a second language. Okay, so it doesn't matter where you are. Daniel started this from Iceland as well. So, there's no age barriers. As I said, we've got a couple of people in our mastermind group we have which are 70 years or older, and they're doing extremely well with this. You don't need any prior experience because we're going to walk you through the whole thing. And you don't need to worry about any technical issues either, because remember, this is simple. All you have to do is decide to do it, okay? Now, one thing I want to mention right now is this is not for everyone, okay? This is not for people who are going to make excuses, right? This is not for people who can't follow a plan. I mean, you have to be able to be committed to this, okay? If you've been online for some time or you're just getting started, the main characteristic is that you have to have that never say die attitude, and you have to want to do this. You need to want to have a real internet marketing business. If you're already doing stuff online, then this is for you if you're looking to grow and protect your existing business, okay? Or if you're simply looking to supplement your existing income, okay? And I want to introduce you now to the program that we put together that teaches you this entire system in depth, okay? And I think you're going to be pleasantly surprised when we get to the end and I show you how you can actually get into this, okay? Because we've done our best to make it, the best deal possible for you, all right? So there's 5 critical components here. The first is comprehensive training. We've got cutting-edge tools. We've got tried and tested templates, VIP access, and 3-layer support, okay? They're the 5 key tools. Now, I want to break down each component so that you know exactly what you're getting in this program. The first is comprehensive training. Now, the way that we do things is different, okay? And the way that we do it is explained in great detail in the comprehensive training part. So 11 weeks of step-by-step live training sessions. This is for people that are completely new to doing this, okay? So if you haven't got any experience selling physical products online, or you just want to go through it slowly, week by week, we're going to drip feed out the training, okay? Now, if you're already selling on Amazon, or if you've got a bit of experience online and you think you might be a bit faster, that's fine, because we've already got some components of the training in the members area waiting for you. And we've got advanced workshops which are specially designed for you, okay? We've got advanced training and video reports. These are the things that really show you why our system works so much better than anything else that's out there. Outsourcing secrets, dropship training curriculum, okay? We've got an offline blueprint as well. So we show you how to make those websites if you want to. You don't need to, but we show you how to do it if you want to, okay? And we've got a business resale blueprint as well. These have got a combined value of $7,200. Now, if you add this up, you can see why, because the 11 weeks, that's $1,650. The advanced workshops, $1,800. These have got a real value of $7,200, okay? Now, a few things about the comprehensive training. The training is designed to get you from A to Z in the easiest way possible, okay? The training is more streamlined than anything else out there, which means you make money faster, okay? Our system offers you a completely new and unique way of setting up an e-commerce business. The way that we do it has never been done before, it's never been taught before, because this is something that we've developed completely in-house, okay? Now, if you're already selling products on Amazon, of course, there's going to be some overlap. But keep in mind that Amazon only accounts for 60% of our system here. Okay, we've also got e-commerce and wholesale and things like that. Now, the second component is a premium suite of tools, and these are the tools that are really going to allow you to charge ahead with this. Remember, Daniel's launched 56, 57 products online And this is one of the reasons that he's been able to do it. We've got an Amazon opportunity finder. Now, the hammock example, all those other examples I gave you, I pulled them out of the Amazon opportunity finder. It saves you a ton of time, analyzing the opportunities. Okay, this is for the market research phase. Competition spy is how you get a massive advantage over your competition by knowing what they know. Okay, so stay 2 steps ahead of them and you're going to make more money. This has got a value of $700. Okay, total combined value so far of the training plus these tools is $9,900. And it doesn't stop there because you're also getting the customer review and acquisition software. This is one of the secrets. Okay, this is how we maximize the value for each customer. And this is why, one of the reasons why Daniel's able to get insane conversion rates, way higher than anyone else is doing this kind of thing. Get new customers by leveraging the acquisition tools as well. This has got a value of $600, okay? And then you've got Description Master Plus. This is a tool that allows you to write and format compelling Amazon descriptions in a matter of seconds. It's got a value of $100. So the total combined value is $10,600. That's for the premium tools and the comprehensive training, okay? But you're also getting Crowdforce, and Crowdforce is our flagship software. This is our custom-built in-house software that helps you identify different sources of traffic. Okay, Crowdforce is something that we put a lot of time, a massive amount of money into, and it's like a virtual assistant. So earlier in the call, we were talking about how you can go through and actually identify these pockets of traffic, right? And this is what Crowdforce does. It does it for you. It does it for you. Okay, you can control your traffic 100%. Crowdforce has got a value of $1,997, and the total value of the tools plus the training is $12,597. Okay. Now, a few things about the premium tool suite. Okay, our tools are custom built. There is nothing like it anywhere on the market. Okay, these are tools that we are just about to release next week. You're going to have access to them, and because no one's seen them before, no one's had the chance to copy them yet. These are our tools. They're custom built from scratch. Okay. Our software is one of the keys to how Daniel has scaled his business so quickly. Okay, these tools massively streamline your process and you get past roadblocks faster. These tools will make you earn more money faster and increase how much you're earning with e-commerce. If you're already doing stuff online, our tools can make you ramp up your income in a very short space of time. Okay. Now, the third part is the tried and tested templates, and these have got a massive value as well. So we've got the Amazon description templates. These have got a value of $350. We've got the customer email guide. These have got a value of $300. We've got phone scripts available for you. We've got outsourcing process sheets. We've got inventory management trackers. Everything we use to run our business, you're going to get access to. Now, these are just a sample of 5 different tried and tested templates. These templates are built around our secrets, the secrets that we use to run our business, the secrets that only we've got, okay? And I'm just showing 5 of them here. There's actually more as well. Are you wondering how Daniel can do $500,000 profit per month, 1.3 million coming into the business per month? He does it through using these tried and tested templates. That's how he's able to scale the business. These templates make it easier than ever before to start selling on Amazon and start your own e-commerce store. Okay, they've got a value of $14,447. Now, the fourth part is VIP access. VIP access means the potential to actually partner with Daniel and Ryan. Okay, it's got a value of $5,000. The possibility to actually join forces with Ryan and Daniel. Okay, now you can also qualify to potentially come to China with us. Okay, so you can see a couple of photos there. This is Daniel actually training some people, coaching some people, guiding them. You get a chance to join that VIP partnership program. Okay, and this here's a photo of Ryan and Daniel on their latest trip to China. You could be with them next time. Okay, these have got a combined value so far. The training, the tools, the templates of $22,447, but we haven't finished because there's 3 other components to the VIP access. It's the lifetime access to the members area. It's got a value of $400. Lifetime eFormula evolution updates. This has got a value of $500. And entry into our VIP prize draw. Okay, this has got a value of $500. So basically these things on the screen here mean that you're always going to be up to date. You're always going to have the training, the tools at your fingertips because you're always going to have access to the private members area. And the prizes we've got in store are massive as well. We're talking about a weekend on Steve's boat, one-on-one business consultations, thousands in prizes, lots of fun stuff as well. So, the total value now has added up to $23,804. 5 is 3-layer support. So that means direct access to us. You're going to have the unique opportunity to ask us questions. So that means asking Daniel, Ryan, me, Tim, and Steve different questions about how you can grow your business. If you're getting stuck, there's no obstacle that's going to slow you down because we are here to help you get past any obstacle that you've got. Okay? Direct access to other members. You're going to be able to contact other members through our private forum. And you're going to have access to our priority support desk. So you'll be able to access our support desk, which is great for tech support and admin. Okay? Now these support channels are very, very important. We've got 3 different ones there because we want to make sure that you've got all the support you need. You know, and if necessary, we will carry you to the finish line. Everyone that comes into this program that works is going to succeed. Okay? That's really our promise to you here. And you know, we've got all the secret sauce. We've got the most guarded secrets. They're all weaved into this program. They're a huge part of the training and the tools. We've got things like, you know, that we haven't even spoken about, like the IPE, the internal promotions engine, the external promotions engine. These are things that have allowed Daniel to grow his business way beyond what most people do on Amazon. These are trade secrets. These are in-house secrets that Daniel's developed all by himself. Okay? Customer reviews, acquisition software. Our tools are built on our in-house secrets. Okay? All the templates are designed to facilitate you using these secrets. The bottom line is this. If you want to succeed with Amazon and e-commerce, this is without doubt the best way to do it. Okay? Now, I want to put this in perspective a little bit because I'm going to reveal the price to you in just a second. But first, before I do, you know, we charge $12,000 a year for one-on-one coaching. We've been doing this a long time. We charge $1,000 per month, each of us. So that's me, Tim, Steve, Daniel, and Ryan. We charge $1,000 a month for private coaching. Okay, and you're getting access to all 5 of us through this program. Okay, so you're getting massive access to us like never before. And there's a catch, okay, because there's 2 important limitations. And there's 2 special bonuses for action takers. These bonuses are only available for people who invest in the next 30 minutes, okay? And we need to keep these very, very limited, okay? So the first over-the-top bonus is bonus number 1, and that's beta access to Software X, okay? Now this is a top secret software we've got in development. It's almost ready. It's got a value of $397. You're going to be able to, you know, be the one that tests this out before everyone else, and that's going to give you even more chance to interact with the 5 of us as we develop that, okay? Now, the other over-the-top bonus, and again, only for the next 30 minutes, has got a value of $497, and this is going to allow you to connect with thought leaders and specialists to learn more strategies and tactics, okay? And that's got a value there of $497 as well. So you can see the total value is $31,241. You're getting the 5 core components. That's the training, the tools, the templates, the VIP access, the support, and the bonuses as well. Massive, massive value. We've got all bases covered for you, okay? Now, the development costs. We have poured a huge amount of money into this, okay? And we're completely fine doing that. We're not complaining about it. We're completely fine doing it because we use these tools in our business. The Amazon Opportunity Finder cost us $10,000 to develop. That's the cost. That's how much it costs us to develop. The competition spy cost us $4,000 to develop. The customer review and acquisition software, that cost us $3,000. These are all key components, but they cost us a lot of money. And Crowdforce is something that, you know, we've invested a fortune in. But again, it's worth it because it makes us money. And I just wanted you to know that, you know, these are not some, you know, warrior forum type, you know, software tools here. These are premium tools that you can only get with this program. They've cost us over $70,000 to actually develop these. Okay, but what you're seeing here today is extremely limited. Our personal time is being invested. We simply cannot take many people on. Okay, we've had over 10,000 people sign up for the early bird waiting list, and spaces are filling up fast. Okay, so I mean, you can see the numbers there: 10,682 people, and with over $500,000 in profit each month. This is the most exciting program that we have ever released. Okay, you have just one chance to join us. There's no upsells, there's no downsells, nothing like that. You have one chance to come in and join us. This will not be available for long. Our last coaching program sold out in 29 hours. Okay, our last e-commerce program sold out in 36 hours. Spaces are limited. This will be gone very soon, perhaps even today. Okay. We have no plans to ever reopen this. It's really a case of now or never. I mean, the 5 of us have joined forces for this, but, you know, we're 2 different businesses that do different things. So this is the only chance that you're probably going to have ever to actually work with the 5 of us. Our last 5 training programs have never reopened. Once the doors are closed, people are in, we're there to look after you, okay? And this has the potential, guys, to actually change your life. So do not miss out on this. All right, now, this is ridiculous value. We've made it as affordable as possible. You're not going to pay $31,241, which is what we worked out, you know, all the different components add up to. Okay, you're not going to pay $19,997, okay? And you won't pay $9,997 either, although, you know, it will cost you tens of thousands of dollars to buy a franchise, and as we can see in Daniel's business, he's earning a lot more than, you know, pretty much any franchises, okay? So you're not going to pay $9,997, $4,997. Now, if all this does is gets you to the point where you're earning $2,000 per month, if all this does is get you to the point where you're earning $2,000 per month, is it going to be worth spending $5,000 on? You'll make your money back in 2.5 months. If all this does. If all this does is get you to the point where, you know, it pays all your bills, pays off your mortgage, pays off your car, clears the credit cards, is it going to be worth spending $4,997 for? The bottom line is this is going to make you a lot of money, and it's going to make you a lot more than $4,997. It's worth paying that for, but, you know, we want to make it as accessible as possible. So you're not going to pay $4,997, guys. And you're not even going to pay $2,997. You know, we really want this just to be as affordable as possible for everyone. We want to remove all the barriers to entry. So you can get complete access today for $567. 3 payments of $567. In fact, there's a way that you can get started for even less, okay, because we've got a special $204 discount that you can get as well, and you can get that discount if you take the one-time payment option. So there's a one-time payment of $1,497, and there's also the split payment option. Now, you can see the link on the screen there. I want to make sure that that gets in the chat box. I'm going to copy it in the chat box right now. This is the link that you need to use. Ty's going to come back on now and talk to people, because I know that he's got something that he wants to say there, but that's the link that you need to use right now. I've put it in the chat box, and you know, that's what you need to use. So go ahead, invest. We don't have many spaces left. Remember, we've got a couple of special bonuses. One other thing that's quite important is that this is risk-free. There's a 100% money-back guarantee. This is being sold through ClickBank. You've got no risk at all. You've got 60 days to test drive this whole thing. You're going to have access to all the software, all the training for 60 days. If you don't like it, no hard feelings. We'll give you a refund, your money back, no questions asked. Okay, so Ty, if you're ready, you want to come on and talk a little bit about, I know you've got some special things planned there. And, you know, just while we're waiting for Ty to come on, I'm going to answer a few questions. Now, one of the questions I've got here from people is, how long does this actually take to start making money? And Daniel, do you want to take that one? How long will it take for people to start making money with this?
Yeah, sure. So, I mean, it depends on how quickly you implement, but it's very realistic that you can, you know, within 5 to 6 weeks you can be making money, because, you know, pretty much as soon as your inventory arrives at Amazon, you'll start making money. You'll start making sales.
Yeah. So, I mean, once you've got your product on Amazon, you can be making money the very next day. Okay. You can be making money the very, very next day. Okay. So, you know, you can absolutely, and it could take you a couple of weeks. It could take you 3 or 4 weeks potentially to get your product on Amazon. You could do it faster, but you know, as soon as you got your product there, you could be making money. Another question we had, Daniel, was, and actually, are you there, Ty?
I actually am. You know, Aiden. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, loud and clear.
Okay.
Yep.
You know, this is, I like everything that you've done during your presentation. Awesome. One of the ways that I judge a good webinar, a good presentation, is by how many people we have on at the end. And nearly everyone that started with us is still holding on, so they're still on with us. So that's just awesome. Give yourself a pat on the back there. This is the real deal, folks. If you're listening in right now, this is the absolute real deal. You know, as you know, I've been involved with selling on Amazon for many, many, many years, and you know, I know what works. I know what's BS when I see it. I know people who know what the hell they're talking about when I see them, and these guys really know what they're doing. And because of that, because this meshes so much with what I believe in and what has helped me to make just a ton of money to be able to give my family the best possible lifestyle ever, I have an extra bonus that I want to pile into this, and I think this bonus will help a lot of people as well as provide a lot of clarity. So if you're on my list or you're one of my students, as you know, for years I've made and continue to make a lot of money selling everything from digital Kindle ebooks to physical products on Amazon. So I know a thing or two about doing it the right way. And if you're like me and you like what Aiden and Daniel has shared with us so far, I want you to pay extra special attention because I normally only make what I'm about to give you available just once a year. And when I do, it's to a very small group of people. And more importantly, when I do, it's at a cost of $5,000 a person. And that is to walk you through the process of selling on Amazon by giving you one-on-one coaching. All right? That's right. I want to offer everyone that gets into their program today, I'm going to also give you an additional one-on-one coaching session with me, 1 hour a week for a total of 4 weeks, so that you totally understand everything and get to the point that you want to be at with income. Now, during each coaching call, I'll actually be holding your hand, and we'll work on getting you started with successfully selling on Amazon. If you've ever been part of any of my personal coaching programs, you know that I don't play games, and I show you how to get results fast. On each call, we'll figure out what products would be best for you to sell. We'll figure out how to make sure that you're buying your products at wholesale and from buyers that are reputable and that you can trust. We'll talk about how to write the title for your product, which is, as Daniel mentioned earlier during the presentation, which is extremely crucial. We'll talk about how to write that description so it pulls people in and gets you sales. We'll talk about how to price your products for maximum sales volume and profit. All right? A lot of people show you volume, but they don't show you the profit. That you want the money. All right? You can't eat off of just volume alone. We'll talk about how best to get your products to your buyers so you don't have to do all the work. And last but not least, during our calls, we'll go over how to scale things up to a massive 6 figures or more. Now, again, this type of personal one-on-one coaching is something that I normally only make available once a year and to my top students. And when I do, they each pay me a price tag of $5,000 each for 4 weeks of coaching. But because it matches what Aiden and Daniel are sharing with you in their program, I want to also make my coaching available to you as a super special bonus when you sign up for their program within the next couple of minutes. Now, here's the thing. I know people are dying to get in on this, all right? They're dying to get in on the program. That's why everyone's still hanging around, okay? But because of the time commitment that it requires of me, I can only offer this coaching bonus to the first 7 people that get in. All right, so the first 7 people that go in, and if you've already purchased, you've just purchased within the past 4 or 5 minutes, you're already part of that 7, right? So only the first 7, and only available from this call right now. So if you're sitting on a fence, if you have to talk it over with your husband or your wife, don't waste time. You'll end up missing out on this one, and that's the last thing you want to do, especially with an opportunity like this. It's got a 60-day money-back guarantee. You go in, you purchase through ClickBank. It's totally secure. These guys are the real deal. I sat here listen, I'll be totally transparent with you. Usually during these webinars, I'm doing everything else. I'm answering emails. I'm answering texts. I'm doing everything else but paying attention to the freaking webinar. This one, all right, I was glued to my screen. I even had, I'm going to probably be in trouble after this because I told my wife I had to shush her away because I don't want to miss anything that these guys are talking about. This is the real deal here. I mean, I don't know what else to say. Aiden, I'm going to pass it back over to you, brother.
Good that's a massive bonus. And I see a couple of people have actually already jumped in what I want to do, I know that there are people that are trying to buy right now. So if you're trying to buy, if you want to be one of these 7 people, just type trying right that bonus. If you're trying, then, let's see here. Okay, there's a few people that are typing in that they're trying, that's great.
Yeah, we've got Victoria, Toby, we've got Kenton, Bill. So a lot of people, so go ahead. If you're sitting on a fence and you want to be part of this 7, go in, get that order in right now. The program alone is worth it. It's more than worth it. I mean, but this thing right here is something that you don't want to miss out on. I'm a big component. I just got off the phone with Rich Sheffrin and Tom Bill. I don't know if you guys know them or not, right before our webinar. And they asked me, they said, Ty, we haven't seen you at any events or anything lately. We've seen you traveling. We've seen your Facebook post and your wife's Facebook post, and you guys have been everywhere over the last year or so. And I said, yes, I'm not doing anything else other than just selling these physical products and using Amazon because it's that easy, and it allows me to free up my time to do what I want to do, to work on what I want to work on, and to work with people that I want to work with. All right, so this is your chance right here. If you really want to stop playing around, and if you want to, pretty much unclutter the things that are going on right now, if you're not having any results online, this is it for you. All right, get that bonus, and it's the first 7, eFormulaEvolution.com/Ty, all lowercase. And if you're trying to buy, just go in. Toby says, I'm in. We've got people that are just in already. Chuck says, I just got it. I did
we
buy
must have
already.
about 4 or 5 people, and there's a few people that are in the line. I don't know if you can extend that bonus to everyone that's saying they're trying it, because I really don't want anyone to miss out.
Yeah, what I'm going to do is, I was just thinking about that. So what I want to do is, listen, just to be fair, we're going to actually, I know Aiden's got a few more things that he wants to go over with, maybe some Q&A and things like that, but once the webinar is over, we're going to leave the screen up for about 5 minutes once it's over. That will give you a chance to write down the URL to go in, visit the site. And if you go in and you make your purchase, all right, we see that sale come in through ClickBank, you'll also get that bonus as well, okay? So we'll make it available for everyone that orders directly from this live presentation today as we're doing this. So with that said, it's back in your hands.
Okay, I've got a couple of things that I want to mention as well. I've got the bonuses that we've got for that we showed that are for the next 30 minutes. You've got about another 5 minutes if you actually want to be part of those. So let me just show you them again. The first is the access to the beta software X. Okay, this has got a value of $397, and this is early bird access to get the software before anyone else, and it's only the next 15 minutes. If you come in, you'll get that. And also the thought leader bundle as well, guys. Remember, this is 0 risk, 100% money back guarantee. I want to actually show you using this special link now, so I'm going to just copy this link, and I want to show you what the page looks like, just so you can see how you're actually going to be paying for this. So type in the URL bar, eFormulaEvolution.com/TY, and that's going to take you to this special page here, and it's very, very simple. You've got 2 options. You can just click add to cart, and this is the $567 option, or you can take the one-time payment, save $204, and that's the the instant option. So if you want to do one of these, just click on this link here. And what you're going to see is you can pay with PayPal, you can pay with credit card, you can see it's via ClickBank, 100% secure. You've got the ClickBank 60-day money-back guarantee backing you up, 200% here, and you're all good to go. So that's how you actually go and order, guys. We've had a few questions come in, so I'm going to answer these questions now. There were a few people that said they were trying to get in, so once you've come in, please type in the chat box that you are in, because I would like to thank you guys, and I can see that there's a good number that have actually purchased right now. So there's a few questions. Firstly, how long does it take to start making money? Well, we kind of addressed that. You can be making money in a matter of weeks. Another question, Daniel, that you might be able to help me with, otherwise I can take it. We've got a question here of how much time is necessary to invest in this business to get it up and running?
Yeah, so I mean, it's totally up to you. It's in your hands how much time you invest, but I would say if you have 5 to 10 hours per week to start with, when you're only doing one product, that's more than enough to get going, because you can then follow like the system and do the required action each week to get up and running.
Yeah, so you can get started very, very quickly. Another couple of questions we've got here. Is there any ongoing costs? What are the type of costs that we've got? That's a really good question. I'm glad that you asked that, because there is another small cost that you can take into consideration. It's nothing to worry about. Daniel, and I think you can talk this one through as well. So one of the first things you're going to have to do is buy inventory, okay? And it's a small amount of inventory. But, Daniel, this is your first order here, and maybe you can talk that through a little bit as well.
Yeah, so as you see, my first order was tiny. That's the purchase order or the invoice, and it was about $268, as you can see there, the inventory, and it was only about 60 units because I just could not afford more So I, order the bare minimum, and yeah, and then the cool thing is that if you follow our model and you do what we teach, which is to sell your products at a premium price point, you'll make a lot of a lot of profit per sale. So you should at least double your money per order. To sell your inventory. So that's what happened to me, and if you do the math, you can you'll see how you don't have to sell all your inventory that many times to really get to very high numbers in profit and stuff. Even if you're starting out with a tiny inventory like this one, like my first one.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, I think some.
Oh, looks like we lost audio. Can you guys still hear me? Daniel? Aiden?
Yeah, I can hear you, Ty.
Okay,
Yeah.
I think we lost Aiden. So Aiden might be out, but anyway, Maria had asked if I can reiterate the bonus. So again, here it is while Aiden's trying to reconnect. Now with each here's what we're going to do on each coaching call. And again, this is for everyone that orders live from this presentation. Okay, what we're going to do is I'm going to give you, all right, 4 weeks of personal one-on-one coaching. All right. Now, during each coaching call, I'll actually be holding your hand, and we'll work on getting you started with getting your account up and running so that you're successful with selling on Amazon, and you'll get some of the results that we've been talking about. Now, of course, everyone is different. And as I said earlier, if you've ever been part of any of my personal coaching programs, you know that I'm the type of individual that will work with you until you get results, so you'll never be left alone. Right? On each call, we'll figure out what products will be best for you to sell. We'll talk about how to go about that process of selecting products. Okay? We'll talk about how to make sure that you're buying your products at prices that are wholesale that allow you to number one, make a good profit, and more importantly, allow you to go in and buy from people that are reputable and that you can trust. We'll talk about working on that title for your product, all right, for maximum visibility. We'll talk about how to write in its description so you're able to pull those sales in and really gravitate with the people, or actually communicate and, build that rapport with people who are looking for your type of product. We'll talk about how to price it for maximum profit. And then we'll also talk about how best to get your products to your buyers so you don't have to do all of the work. And last but not least, during our calls, we'll go over how to scale things up to a massive 6 figures or more. Right? Now, again, this is something that normally I only offer once a year. And when I do, it's to my top students, people that are, really doing well already selling on Amazon. And it's at a price tag of $5,000 for the entire 4 weeks of one-on-one coaching. All right, but because I love the program, I love the way that Aiden and Daniel have everything set up within their course, and it pretty much goes hand in hand with what I've been doing and what I've taught a lot of my students. Because of all of that, I want to make this coaching available to you as a super special bonus. So when you sign up for their program today, within the next couple of minutes, you'll also get 4 weeks of exclusive one-on-one coaching with me. Now, Aiden, have you made it back in? But I think he might still be out. Now, let's
he's on the way, I think.
Okay.
Let's see.
Right.
Yep.
And Tom says, so while he's in, let's go in and answer while he's trying to get in. Yeah. Let's answer a couple of questions. We still have a ton of people that are on here. That's a beautiful thing. So again, Daniel, I want to commend you and Aiden on that for being able to number one, give a lot of value. You guys just covered a lot of stuff. That's why at the top of this call I told you, I said grab something to write with and grab something to write on, because I saw the slides ahead of time and I knew what these guys were going to teach. So I wanted to make sure that everyone who got in on this took notes. All right, so let's see, what do we have here? Let's look at some of the questions. We've got a ton of questions that are coming in here.
Yeah, man, it seems like you got a really good bunch of people here. That's why I think they're paying attention to. Yeah,
they are. I mean, my students are. and my subscribers, they're action takers, number one. So I'm very proud to have them on because they do take action, and they're the type of individuals that want to see results. So like yourself. Yeah. Now, here's a great question from Tom. Tom says, I purchased already. How do we know if we got in for Ty's bonus? Well, Tom, you do have the bonus. Okay, so at first it was the first 7 people, and because the demand was so high, we're making it available to everyone that actually orders directly from this live presentation right now. Okay, so let's see what else.
Maybe one thing I'll reiterate is, I don't want to realize that the system we have is really unique and special. Like you might have seen some courses already on selling on Amazon and stuff like that, but this is a really unique course that we have here, a unique system that we've developed, and it's unlike what we've seen before. We have a specific way of doing everything, and it's really like we have some really like secret special things that we do, like something called an internal promotion engine. That's like, to me, that's like the only true way to dominate on Amazon, and that's something that I haven't seen anyone teach before, because pretty much no one does that. So that's a huge thing that we have coming for you. For example, there's things like that you could definitely be excited for.
Absolutely, absolutely. And Daniel, I've been following you for a while, and some of the things that you've done, buddy, behind the scenes, I've learned a lot from you as well, and you've been an inspiration. So, I actually heard you speak at there's an audio I was listening to. Now, and if you're listening, if you've bought the program already, or if you're on the fence and you're considering buying their program, this will give you some insight as to how good it is. I actually heard Daniel talk about some of his results and some of the things that he was doing in an audio. Now, I'm not sure where I got it from because I listened to a lot of stuff, but it was about 10 o'clock at night when I was listening to this thing. Right, I had it on my computer, as many of us do, and it was about 45 minutes long. So I ended up listening to it till about 10:45 and 11 o'clock at night, and my plan was to go to bed after I finished with it. But I was so excited by some of the things that he was doing and some of the results. It was like I got a burst of energy. I immediately went on Amazon.com, and this is me, the guy who's already made just a ton of money. I've made millions of dollars selling on Amazon, but I got some more additional nuggets, things that I wasn't using, and as well as some things that I was already familiar with, but I had not yet put into place. So I got so excited about this, and it ended up keeping me up till about 3 o'clock in the morning. So I was up an additional 4-5 hours just implementing and working on some of the things that Daniel spoke about in the audio. So that's one of the keys here. When you go in and you get products like this, people always ask me, Ty, what works online and what doesn't work? All right? And how will I know if it works? Well, the only way you'll know is, number one, is by taking action and going in and implementing and doing it. All right, don't let the course sit on your hard drive. We're all guilty of that. I've done it before, and the times when I've made the most money, when I've had the most results, is the time when I said, you know what, I'm never purchasing something else without taking action on it. And this is something right here. This is a program that works. It's something that gives you the freedom that we're all after. It gives you the lifestyle that you want to live. It gives you the ability to generate that additional income. And more importantly, it gives you the opportunity to be able to scale things up. All right, that's what I love about this, because, and Daniel, I think you talked about this earlier during the presentation, where you started off, just making a couple of grand doing this, right? You were new to this, you were totally green, you didn't know what the hell you were doing, and you just scaled that thing up. Oh, Aiden's back, there he goes.
Oh, I'm so sorry about that. I don't know if I was interrupting something, but if you could make me an organizer, because I still have to show people that $300,000 website.
Yeah, we definitely don't want to miss that, and we're not seeing your screen, so I'll go on and make you an organizer right now. Let's see, here we go.
Thank you.
Yeah. Now, we were actually talking about, the beauty of this program is that you can scale it up, and while Aiden's pulling up his screen, that you can scale it up. I mean, you start off, and then you're able to take this thing to literally any point you want it to be.
Yeah, it's like you can literally like double your money like every order basically if you do it right, and that is that enables you to scale extremely fast, and like nothing else I've seen. And one thing we haven't mentioned, but one really cool thing about this, in my opinion, is that it's pretty much risk-free. I feel like you almost can't lose money doing this business, like with a new order and stuff, because of course you want to make a profit, so you have a price that you want to sell at, but in case something happens and you just don't sell at that price, you can pretty much always pull the price back and just sell at cost or break even, and enable some promotions on Amazon that they have built in place, and you will sell that inventory because you're selling it for so cheap, and then you'll get your money back, and it's like you don't have any risk because you can always do that, so you can always get your money back.
Absolutely. And just to give you an idea, I know that there's a lot of new people that are on here. Just to give you an idea as to how easy this is and what skill set you need, if any. All right. My daughter does this. All right. She just turned 16 in May. I don't want to discredit her. For kids, every month, every birthday is very important. But she just turned 16 in May. All right. And while most kids are getting summer jobs for the summer, all right, she's selling products on Amazon, and she's 16. So if a 16-year-old can do it, you can do it. There you go, Aiden.
Yeah. Hey, can you guys actually hear me? Can you see my screen?
Yes. It's a both.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. So sorry about that. I'm actually tethering with my my phone now. The internet went down. Anyway, I want to show the I want to show the website that's earned us several $100,000. But before I do that, I just want to give people a quick recap so you can actually see what we're getting here, because I saw a few questions in the chat box about that. Okay, so the program, as we mentioned, is divided into 5 different components. Okay, guys, and the reason that we've done it this way is because we've been doing these trainings a while, and we know that these are the things you need. Okay, and let's just walk through each one. So comprehensive training, 11 plus weeks of live training sessions. These have got a value of $1,650, and this is where we walk you through step by step and baby steps of how to actually do this thing. Okay, 6 advanced workshops, and this is all the advanced secrets. So Daniel has learned a lot over the years. He's learned a lot of different things from different people, and these advanced secrets and videos and reports are the things that he's learnt by himself in a lot of cases. Okay, so the things that he does differently in his business, outsourcing secrets, how to actually build these stores up, how you can sell your business if you want for $149,000 like we did. The comprehensive training is, as I mentioned, designed to get you from A to Z the easiest way possible. It's going to make you, make money faster. Our system offers a completely new and unique way of setting up an e-commerce business. Okay. Now, you're also getting the premium tool suite, and I'll just jump to the summary page. You're getting the Amazon Opportunity Finder. This is going to make it easy for you to find opportunities. Competition Spy. This is going to keep you 2 steps ahead of your competition. Customer review and sale acquisition software. This is going to allow you to get more sales, a higher conversion rate. Okay, Description Master Plus and Crowdforce. Okay, now these tools have got a combined value, just the tools, of over $5,000. Okay, and you're also getting all the templates that we use in our business. You're getting the chance to actually work with us, and you're getting all the support as well. So everything that we do is going to be put in the members area. You're going to have access to that. And there's a few other bonuses that I want to give away now, Ty, but before I do, we've probably got about another 5 minutes left on that first bonus I gave. There's still a lot of people here, and the question I've got for you is anyone that's still here? I mean, there's a lot of people here, and you're here for a reason. How many of you here are on the fence? If you're on the fence, I just want you to type deal breaker. Type deal breaker into the question box and just tell me what your deal breaker is. So say, for example, maybe your deal breaker is because you don't understand something. Put deal breaker, I don't understand whatever it is. Or, maybe deal breaker is you're worried about the time it's going to take. So put deal breaker, not sure how long it'll take. Type deal breaker in if you've got a question, and we'll see if we can actually take them. And if you're still trying to invest, you can actually go ahead and do that now. We've got a few bonuses. And just while we're waiting for people to type in the answers there, just want to share a few more bonuses that we've got. So this is special bonus number 1, and we're going to make these available till the end of the call. Okay. special bonus number 1 has got a value of $397. It's our Insider China Sourcing Report. Okay, this is how Daniel spent 2 weeks traveling around China, learning everything about sourcing products, getting them manufactured, sent to Amazon, and so on. And simply put, our China Sourcing Report is going to take the guesswork out of sourcing and manufacturing products in China. Okay, that's the first thing. You're also going to get access to special bonus number 2, which is our Amazon Rolodex. Okay, this is all the contacts that we use to do different parts of the business. Okay, it's got a value of $597. That's a special bonus number 2. You're also getting the expert interviews. That's another special bonus from other internet marketing experts. These are internet marketing millionaires that are going to teach you new strategies as well. Outsourcing blueprint report, you're going to get access to that. This is how Daniel and Ryan have been able to outsource so much of their business. And this is Authority Hybrid. This is a course that I came out with a while ago. It's a comprehensive course. Lots of videos, lots of step-by-step instructions. It's a completely different money-making method. It's sold on ClickBank for $497, and you're going to get access to that as well. And you're also going to get access to Domains on Fire. This is a tool that costs $47 per month. Domains on Fire. You'd have to pay $47 per month to access this. You get lifetime access, okay, when you're using Ty's special link here. But these bonuses are great, but the real big bonus here, in my opinion, is the one that Ty has put together, because let me see if I've still got that here. I'm not sure if I've, here we go. Because this one here, I mean, this is coaching, and nothing beats coaching, okay? So it's the perfect complement to what we're doing here. So I know Ty has extended that to the end of this call, guys. Okay, so we've got a few deal breakers here. So deal breaker from Miss Bishop is that she says she's a newbie. There's so much that doesn't understand. Daniel, do you want to talk about the plan that we've got in place for newbies, just to make sure that they get everything?
Yeah, sure. So for newbies, we're going to have I think it's a 10-week. We'll probably add webinar or two, but it's going to be a 10-week webinar series that follows that takes you through everything step by step, how to set everything up and in what order. So you can just follow along with us week by week and get set up selling, and we'll just show you break it down and make it really simple and show you all the really important things, so you can just focus on those and you don't have to do any work that is not necessary, because we like to keep it simple and be quick.
It's really broken down into small little chunks. Remember, it wasn't that long ago that Daniel was finding out how to do all this himself. So this is very, very fresh, and we can just walk you through that step by step. A few other deal breakers in here. Someone said, how is this different to anything else that might exist about selling products on Amazon and stuff like that? This is where I cut out last time when I started speaking about this, but this is completely unique. This is our way of doing things. We've been doing e-commerce online for about 9 years. So this is a lot of the stuff we're teaching you here is based on 9 years of experience selling e-commerce products. So it's not just Amazon. Amazon's a big part of it, and the way that we do Amazon's different. So we take a different approach to research, a different approach to setting up the Amazon listing, a different strategy to getting reviews, a different strategy to driving the traffic. We do it easier. I mean, we found what we believe is really the easiest way to do it, and I think that's reflected by Daniel's screenshots. Okay, so the 10 we've got, for example, the 10 key strategies that are going to set this apart from anything else. There's a whole bunch of things that are different. And if you've been part of our bonus programs in the past, then this is completely different as well, because this is completely new, and it's 5 of us in this. Okay, this is a complement to any other program that you may already have. It's definitely not redundant. Okay, this is something that's going to complement anything you may already be doing online. If you're already doing Kindle, then this is going to complement it. If you're already selling products on Amazon in some way, shape, or form, then this is going to complement it. But not only that, it's going to give you all the secrets to how we do it, and we do it to a level that no one else does it. Daniel does it, $500,000 profit per month. No one else is doing that kind of thing, and we are. So, we can give you all those secrets. So hopefully that clears that up, Jeffrey. Jan saying that she's in. Thank you so much. And just type your in if you're in, because I would love to, Daniel and I would love to be able to thank you guys. Just wonder if you want to recap on your bonus there, Ty, just to explain it to people again, because I've got it on screen, but there may be a couple of confusions about it.
Yeah, absolutely. And at this point, we have I have to have a cutoff point, guys, as much as I hate doing this, but we've got a ton of people. We actually have more people than I expected jumping in on this. So what I'm going to do is the next 5 folks that get in, we're going to cut it off for those guys. So if you're sitting on the fence, if you haven't gotten in, if you have the order page up right now, you're still typing your credit card information in, hurry that up and get it in, because we're going to cut it off once the next 5 people get in, right? Again, this is a coaching program. This bonus that I'm offering is a coaching program that's one-on-one, so it is time intensive. It takes up a lot of time. So in doing each coaching call, I'll actually be holding your hand, and we'll work on getting you started with successfully selling on Amazon. Now, again, if you've ever been part of any of my personal coaching programs, whether it was one of my live programs or one of my virtual programs that are held by Skype or by phone like this one, then you know that I actually don't play games. I maximize the time that's given to you, and I work with you until you get results, all right? And I'm all about getting you results fast. On each call, we'll figure out what product would be best for you to sell. We'll talk about how to make sure that you're buying your products at wholesale and from buyers that are reputable and that you can trust. We'll talk about how to write the title for your product, especially with the title being one of the most crucial elements of successfully selling well on Amazon. We'll talk about how to write its description. Again, another crucial aspect of selling successfully well on Amazon. We'll talk about how to price your products for maximum sales volume as well as profit. We'll also go over how to best get your products to your buyers so you don't have to do all of the work. Right? This is a very simple step here. And last but not least, during these coaching calls, we'll go over how to scale things up to a massive 6 figures or more. So this is something that works for everyone. If you're new to this and you're looking for a way to get started, you know, this bonus, which is 4 weeks of one-on-one coaching for myself, will help you out significantly. If you're someone who's already selling on Amazon, whether it's selling digital Kindle books and you want to move over to the physical side to add to what you're already doing, or if you're someone who's already selling physical products and you're just not where you want to be, then these 4 hours of coaching for the next month will get you to that point. Again, this is something that I normally only make available once a year, and when I do, it's to my top students who pay me $5,000 each for 4 weeks of coaching one-on-one, 1 hour a week. But because it matches what Aiden and Daniel are sharing with you in their program, I want to also make this available to you as a super special bonus, especially if you're one of the next 5 people. Again, we have a ton of people that are in already. As Daniel said, these guys, everyone that's listening in on this presentation, you're an action taker, all right? And we've gotten a ton of people that have already signed up. So go in, be one of the next 5 that sign up, and you'll get this bonus in addition to everything else that Aiden just mentioned. And, you know, I know there's a ton of people that are asking questions. There's a ton of people that are literally dying to get in on this, but because of the time commitment, again, all right, I can only offer this to the next 5 folks. So go in, jump in. You've got a 60-day money-back guarantee. There's nothing to risk here. All right, Aiden, there you go.
Yeah, so, you know, we've been going for almost 2 hours now, guys. We're going to have to shut this thing down. A couple of last-minute things from me. I've seen a few people in the chat box saying that they want to get in, but they need to talk to their spouse or their husband or their wife. They need to transfer funds, some people were saying. I get that, so what I'm going to do for Ty's group is I'm going to extend this bonus here. Which was originally just for 30 minutes, but you know, I lost my connection, so on and so forth. So I'm going to extend that. I'm also going to extend the other special bonuses that we've got. This one here, the outsourcing China report, the Rolodex, the expert interviews, the outsourcing blueprint, authority hybrid, and domains on fire. I'm going to extend them to you as well until, well, let's say until, you know, midnight. So you've got a little bit of time to just to make sure that you get into this program, and that's when we're going to cut it off, okay?
And Aiden, if you're going to do that, I hope we didn't lose you again. Are you still there? You just faded out for a bit. If you're going to do that, because since Aiden is gracious enough to extend this bonus, all of the bonuses that he just showed up until midnight, I'll do the same thing, all right? So I'm going to match what you're doing, and anyone that gets in by midnight, okay, you'll also get my bonus as well. Once this presentation is over, we'll leave the slide up for a few moments. If you haven't visited the website yet, you need to talk it over with a spouse, your partner, your significant. Make sure that you either type in that URL right now, eFormulaEvolution.com/Ty. Okay, type it in and leave it open in your browser, or write it down so you don't lose it once we close out this presentation. All right. Did we lose Aiden again?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
Can't hear him.
Yeah, he's offline. Okay. So
Yeah.
with that said, it seems like GoToWebinar is having a couple of audio issues right now. But, you know, the good thing is we got through the majority of the presentation. We got to show some great content. We've got a lot of new members that are in, folks that are excited about the program, just as excited as we are to have you in as well. And I can't wait to start the coaching, okay? What we'll do is we'll reach out to every single person that's ordered. Daniel and Aiden will have my contact information, and we'll give you a way to go in and sign up for the one-on-one coaching bonus. Again, get in by 12 o'clock. You'll get all of the bonuses that were mentioned during this presentation, including that limited time only bonus that Aiden had shared with us just a few moments ago. And you'll also get my 4 hours of one-on-one coaching. All right, this is stuff that I'm really passionate about. So when we get into these coaching calls, there's nothing that's off limit. There's no question that's off limit, because I want to see you succeed. And I think we might be even able to maybe, hopefully, I'm going to put Daniel on a line here. Maybe we'll be able to put together an extra special hour of coaching and bring Daniel in also.
Yeah, so let's see. I think Aiden is on his way.
So we'll see. And if you haven't gotten in yet, because Aiden's having some audio technical issues here, this is giving you extra time to go in and get in before we close out. So again, we'll put that URL into the questions box, the chat box again, and you can go in and click onto it. I know some people were having problems actually getting in. If you're having a problem using the URL, try a different browser. All right, if you're using Firefox, try Chrome. If you're using Chrome, try Firefox, and vice versa. All right. But go in. Again, the website address is www.eFormulaEvolution.com/Ty. All right. We've got a question here. Does he show his e-commerce site? I think that might have been where he was going before he got cut off.
Yeah, I think so. He was about to do that. Let's see. I mean, let me see. I might as well be able to show that one. But I think he already did that. I think actually he already did that.
Okay. Let's see. Let's see if there's any new questions.
Aiden says he's sorry. I'm texting Aiden. He lost his connection again. He's saying he's sorry.
All right, not a problem. We've got a lot of newbies that are in here. Again, if you're new to anything, if you haven't started an online business yet and you want to get started, this is the best way to do it. I mean, there's just so much. You don't have to handle customer support. You don't have to handle anything like, you know, refunds and stuff like that, because Amazon does all of that for you. You know, Amazon handles the customer support issues for you. They handle a lot of things. Amazon will also actually, if you get a product that's selling well, they'll also handle on-site marketing. So they'll make your product visible to more people. How many times have you ever purchased something on Amazon and you get a notice that says people who purchased this also purchased these items? All right, so sometimes you'll get your items showcased that way. Sometimes you'll get them showcased in emails that Amazon sends out. So it depends on the product and how well it's selling, and if it's, you know, complementary to something else that a potential buyer is purchasing. All right, so again, that website address is www.eFormulaEvolution.com/TY. All right, and with that said, I don't think Aiden's going to be able to reconnect and join us, but we're going to close this out. We'll leave this slide up. Let's leave, Daniel, let's leave this slide up for just a few more moments so everyone that can go in,
sure.
They can, we just closed out. Looks like Aiden might be trying to reconnect here. All right, so
Yeah.
we'll give him a couple of more minutes. We'll give him about 2 or 3 minutes to see if he can get back in.
Yeah. Yep.
Let's see. Peter Peck R says, so we have until 12 midnight for all the bonuses to be included. That's correct. All right, so you have until 12 Eastern. I don't know where you are right now, Peck. What part of the world are you in? All right, so 12 midnight Eastern to get in. So that gives you a bit more time here. All right, so he's on the East Coast as well. Awesome. Beautiful. All right. And to everyone else that's in already, you know, again, pat yourself on the back for being an action taker. You've made that leap, and you've put yourself in a position that most people are afraid to, because, you know, most people, I've been doing this for a while. I've been online for nearly 15 years, and you know, you see a lot of people who say that they want to do well, they want to make money online, they want to start a business, they want to make a change in their life, they want something different for themselves, their families, but they're unwilling to make that first step, okay? So I want you to congratulate yourself and give yourself a hand for recognizing the opportunity and what we've shared with you today, number one, and then number two, for taking action and going in and becoming a part of this opportunity, all right? Amazon is huge. I mean, you know, just to show you the volume and the potential that's possible with Amazon, it has just hundreds of millions of credit cards that are on file right now. How many people have ever purchased something from Amazon? If you've ever purchased something from Amazon, just type yes into the questions box. Judy says yes. Michael, yes. So just a ton of people who've actually purchased, because, you know, one of the reasons why it's so easy to sell on Amazon, Greg says yes, of course. Raul says yes. One of the reasons why it's so easy to sell on Amazon and do well with it is because they make selling easy, right? They make selling easy. They have the buy it now button. You go in, they have your credit card on file already. You click the button, and you get what it is that you wanted, right? Whether it's a physical product that gets shipped out to you, or if it's something digital that you are able to download. All right, so they've mastered this process of selling, and they've also mastered the process of just letting the average person come in and sell as well, to be able to use their platform. Right, absolutely.
Yeah, and they take care of everything. Yeah, and you save the inventory to them, and you don't have to do anything. They handle all your customer support, you know, handling of the product. So it's like a digital business, you know, while
Right.
being, you know, a physical business. It's pretty amazing. It's like it's not like
that is it. Absolutely, Daniel. Because, like as you said, you know, like myself, we both like to travel, right? And I'm sure you're working on your business while you're traveling. You know, it doesn't matter what part of the world. It doesn't matter what part of the world you're in right now. You know, you are able to go in and still work on your business. So if you're outside of the U.S., Daniel, you're actually, you know, you're from Iceland, right? You've started working on your business from Iceland. Are you still in Iceland right now, or are you somewhere else?
I actually live in the Philippines right now because I have an office here. So I live in the Philippines, but I travel all the time. So I'm like probably half of my time I just spend traveling. You know, I was in the States 3 weeks ago. Then I went to China. Was in Mexico a little bit, Hong Kong. So that's the kind of lifestyle, you know, I want to have. That's what this business makes possible. And one question we probably haven't answered, but you know, some people might be wondering if you're not from the USA or the UK, you know, if you can sell on Amazon. And the cool thing is that, you know, we'll show you how to sell on Amazon no matter where you're from in the world. It doesn't matter. You can do this. You can sell on Amazon, and Amazon has stores all over the world, and you know, and there's a lot of opportunities outside of Amazon.com as well, like UK, in Japan, and this is an incredible company. So working with Amazon to build your business is absolutely incredible, because you leverage, you know, all their growth and what they're doing to build your own business, and then take it outside of Amazon to e-commerce. And you know, if you build a brand through Amazon, you have an amazing opportunity to take it to wholesale as well and retail. Because just imagine if you show someone, you know, you're trying to get some stores, you know, to pick up your product. Just imagine if you show them that you have a best-selling product on Amazon. They're going to want to sell your product in the store, because I mean, you are the number one product on Amazon. yeah, I mean, it's just proof right there. So
absolutely, that's a good point. That's an awesome point to bring up there. And looks like Aiden has actually not been able to make it back in. And with that said, Daniel, I think we're going to close this out. We've been at it for 2 hours now.
yeah.
I can't believe just the interactions from the audience. A lot of people who really just were blown away by what you shared. Hopefully we'll have a replay here, and we'll be able to send that replay out as well. And you know, we'll see what happens. But again, I appreciate you coming in. And if you're still listening and you're on the fence, all right, we're going to drop the URL one final time. It's www.eFormulaevaluation.com/Ty. And just put it into the chat box. And if you haven't gotten in already, go ahead, get in, and you have until 12 midnight Eastern time, and that'll get you the bonuses, including mine as well. All right, have a good one. And Daniel, thank you for joining us and showing what you have to offer.
Yeah, thank you so much for having us, Ty.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.